It's always been about speaking from my heart when it came to creating content revolving around Descendants of Zombies because you guys saw something special in the videos that I would go on to create. I never imagined that I would have had the chance and opportunity to have created over 1,000+ videos about Descendants of Zombies, but it happened. And it happened because of you. It never happened because I was a diehard fan, because I've been a fan of Descendants of Zombies ever since the inception. And ever since its inception, I've always saw something special in these really beautiful, larger-than-life characters who you guys saw heroes in. They may have just been Disney girls, but you guys saw heroes in them. And that's what made this so special for me was having the chance to watch them grow up and become something far stronger than we ever imagined. They have become inseparable. They have been friends for forever, and I think that's to be valued and that's to be appreciated in every video that a content creator, he or she, ever has the honor of creating and uploading for you guys. I have spent hours. I have truly dedicated the rest of my life to uploading videos about Descendants of Zombies because I only wanted to give you guys the best. I had no idea how I would ever do it, but I was able to do it because you guys saw something special in every video that I ever created. Stories that I share with you about Ruby Rose Turner, about Kylie Cantrell, because I thought they were undeniably gorgeous. They were really, really beautiful. And what broke my heart were the critics having things to say about them. They were kind of taking exception to everything, from Kylie Cantrell's relationship status to her political point of view even. And I wanted to do something about that. I wanted to take that away. I wanted to eliminate that from the conversations that we were going to have about Descendants of Zombies. Because so many people saw precious things in the stories of Cinderella and Alice in Wonderland. They saw lessons, life lessons that they learned from, and they always took away from the story of Cinderella. Cinderella was a beautiful story, and there were times that I found myself really appreciating the story of how one girl, until the stroke of midnight, could go to the ball and have a chance of finding true love. Because we've all dreamed of finding it. No matter how long it takes us or how difficult it may seem to be, I think that whoever watches these videos has also always had a dream or a hope of finding true love. And I think that through these videos, I've been able to encourage that. I've been able to encourage you to follow your passions and continue to follow down that yellow brick road that I've often referred to it as. Sometimes the yellow brick road that we're walking along can present us with so many challenges, so many obstacles that we kind of have to overcome and always outshine. But how we do that is by the friendships that kind of come into our lives without ever any explanation ever being offered. It kind of just happens for us because some of us, for instance, have become friends of Descendants of Zombies for no particular reason, probably because we both had a favorite character. We saw that special character in Mal, even Bridget, for me, because she was forever and always my favorite character from this franchise, and I've always taken something special away from her bubblegum type personality. Ruby Rose Turner didn't have to work hard to bring that character to life. The reason why she didn't have to work hard to bring that character to life because it was pretty much who she was. And that's what I always remembered about Ruby. And the one thing I've always said thank you to Ruby for having done was inspiring so many wonderful people, to encourage them to show kindness to others, because there are people that you go to school with every day, that you walk home with, who are struggling with a lot of things they probably never admitted to you openly and honestly about. And the thing is, guys, it happens every day, and you could be that one person who shows that little bit of extra kindness that really goes a long way in making a difference in that person's life. And that's what makes this so special for me, is having encouraged that in so many wonderful ways. I had no idea how I would ever be able to do it, because I always believed that I had never had a chance to see so much kindness in this life until Descendants of Zombies kind of just happened for me. And then I started sharing my story about how I loved Kylie Control so much, and I always drew inspiration from how she was a Hello Kitty fan. I don't think there's a girl out there who's never been a Hello Kitty fan at least once in her life, because of pajamas she wears, Hello Kitty decor she probably has in her house. There's so much of an opportunity to really experience things for their true worth. And that's why I've always, encouraged the passions that you guys have always had for Descendants of Zombies. You probably have your room full of posters. You probably collected every Descendants of Zombies doll in existence that has ever been created. And I think that's cool, because I have a passion for Stitch stuff. You see Stitch stuffies, you see Stitch posters in the background there. I've always been a fan of Stitch because of just how sweet and how kind the Stitch character was. And I saw a lot of the Disney characters, especially the Disney princess characteristics in these Descendants stars because they did a fabulous job bringing the story to life. The stories of Cinderella, the stories of Alice in Wonderland, the stories of Maleficent and Cruella de Vil. I thought that the Descendants story was beautiful. And I always wanted to be a part of something so special. Either as a writer and producer, I always remembered wanting to be a writer and producer for you guys because I think there's been a lot of female presence with directors and writers for Descendants of Zombies recently, and I think you guys have deserved a dedicated guy to kind of take over the director's chair for a very long time because the only guy who ever did produce Descendants was obviously Kenny Ortega. And the thing is, guys, I always wanted to be that for you. I always wanted to be a dedicated voice and a dedicated personality that kind of helped bring Descendants to life because you only ever have so many opportunities to really bring franchises and really, allow magic to kind of happen for these franchises. And I've always wanted to be a part of something special with all of you. I love how they're always coming out with new music, new innovative things to be excited about. Kylie Cantrell has a brand new single called Carrie Bradshaw. It will come out in a couple of months from now. They just recently shot the music video. They're currently editing it now. And I'm really excited for Kylie's future. I know there have been a lot of people who've kind of taken exception to it, but I'm really excited about it. I'm also really excited about the future of Freya Sky because we have Zombies 5, we have Leg 2 of her tour happening, and I'm really excited to see where we go from here with that because Leg 2 of her tour is going to be something that a lot of people are going to take something special away from. If Leg 1 was any indication, Leg 2 is going to be just as powerful, and we are all going to have a chance to be a part of something so special because of Freya Sky, because of how relatable her music is. That is something that I've always given Freya a tremendous amount of credit and respect for, was how relatable her music was in her content. Because there are so many people out there who kind of just, perform songs or release albums because they've never released an updated album. People like Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears years ago used to just release an album for the sake of releasing an album because it probably been 2 or 3 years of a gap in between when the albums were released. And now we see people like Kylie Control taking advantage of, releasing EPs and brand new music videos, coming out with new fashion sense and new hairstyles, which is really cool. We're going to be seeing this in Descendants 5 with Wonderland, so it gives us something to be really excited about. The new hairstyles, the new costumes, which a lot of people are really talking about. But apart from the costumes, there are personalities that really allow them to bring these characters to life. It is their personalities and how kind they are to all of you and how kind you guys are in return that makes Descendants of Zombies so special. Did you ever think that I ever imagined that over 4,000 people would have subscribed here because they love the videos that I share with you and my thoughts and my predictions and my insights? No, I didn't. Because I knew at the time there were far more creative people out there on YouTube who were creating Descendants of Zombies videos that, have forever surpassed this one. But as time passed, more people appreciated the content that I created, and more people helped me establish a name for myself within this industry, which oftentimes is very difficult to do. A lot of people crash and burn. They're always failing at creating content. But I never was one of those people because I always had heart for you guys, and I always believed in you probably more than any other niche that I ever had the chance to record videos for. On video games, TV shows, movies, I've had a whole lot of fun. And I've experienced virtually every aspect of entertainment over the last at least 25 years. And I never imagined that I would be sitting here this morning with a YouTube channel that would have became everybody's favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel, but it has. And I have all of you to thank. I think that Descendants of Zombies has really changed our perspective on life, and it's really helped us become stronger together and become stronger people. And I think the more emphasis that we can place upon that, and the more time that it takes for us to realize just how it's really made us stronger people and made us feel stronger together, that's what makes this franchise so unbelievably, remarkably fabulous, is that people are becoming friends all the time, people are staying together, people are staying connected because this unbreakable bond seems to have been formed between so many people who are friends because of Descendants of Zombies, who may have attended the Worlds Collide tour together, taken selfies of themselves for social media. It's really cool when you see such a profound impact being had on such a wonderful niche. All I can tell you guys is if you've never created the Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel, you probably should take yourself up on the opportunity to do it, because I did a long time ago, and I've had no regrets, because I've been sitting here in this chair. I've had the chance to go on to meet so many wonderful people. I've had the chance to resonate with far more people than I ever imagined possible, that I probably will ever be remembered for. And I've really had the time of my life. I feel like I've fallen down through a proverbial rabbit hole, and I've been on this incredible journey for forever. I think that is the best way to describe this. Is, it feels like you kind of fell down through a rabbit hole, and then people have been pointing you the way, which has been an incredible journey. And along the way, I've discovered a passion for Descendants of Zombies that I always knew I had, but never as powerful as this. And I have all of you to thank for helping me bring this YouTube channel to life, because that's what you did. You saw something special in the reviews that I created about Freya. You obviously saw something special in the videos that I created about Malachi and countless others. Because when it came to beautiful girls like Meg Donnelly and Kylie Cantrell, I always believed they deserved a chance. And if I was going to say anything at all about them, it was going to have to be something nice, because that's what allowed me to resonate with far more people than ever before. I not only see posts on social media about the new cast of Descendants of Zombies, I also kind of have been taken back because there are posts about the retro cast. People like Mal and Evie and Carlos, and it's really, really cool when you see fans of the new franchise, but also fans of the original franchise holding on to this feeling of nostalgia, which really allows you once again to bring something special to life. I always saw something special in the original cast, but I've always been a firm believer in that as the times change, we too have to change with those times. And even with how difficult that may be for a lot of people, because they forever held a special place in their heart for the old cast, I think this new cast is a very powerful one. And they are by far one of the most beautiful casts that I've ever had the privilege and the honor to talk about, because if I was going to be a part of anything, it was going to be something special for all of you who are fans of Descendants of Zombies, in an effort to bring you that much closer together. And somewhere, somehow, I was able to do that. I may have never imagined that I would have had, the most popular Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time, but I have. And coming up this summer, we have a lot of milestone events that we are going to be celebrating. The premiere of Descendants 5 with Wonderland, and thinking about it, the birthday of Kylie Cantrell. She's going to be turning 21. We have Meg Donnelly's birthday coming up on July 25th. We have the Worlds Collide Tour in the fall of 2026. We have a talk about how Fortnite characters now are going to have Descendants characters added into the mix. There is so much of a conversation to be had, and so much for us to look forward to. And I'm just excited to be a part of it. I have never felt more honored to be a part of something so special with all of you, something I never imagined possible for a guy like me, but it's happened because of how much you believed in this channel and how much of a chance you took on me. A guy who pretty much came from out of nowhere, put on the first pair of jeans that he saw every morning and the first shirt that he saw, because I'm a really messy individual, as you guys can probably get from my videos. I pretty much put on the first pair of jeans and the first shirt that I see every morning, and I push record, and with me, what you see is what you get. And I never really edited a lot of things, because I believe that speaking from your heart and showing people who you truly are is what allows you to touch more hearts than you ever imagined possible. Because I have certainly gone on to touch more hearts than I ever imagined or ever thought that I would. And that's what's made this journey, this discovering of, this passion for Descendants of Zombies I've always had with me, such a powerful experience, and a really life-changing one at that. If you are somebody who loves Descendants of Zombies with all of your heart, all I can tell you is that this may be the YouTube channel for you. And I would love for you to subscribe here, because I talk about everything. And I profile every significant moment in the history of Descendants of Zombies, from nostalgic moments to new things that have recently happened, from the Rise of Red franchise to the original trilogy, which obviously has held a very special place in our hearts for a very long time. I love to record reaction videos. I love to give commentary or perspectives, which a lot of people can never seem to come through with for you guys. But again, that's what's made this so fun for me, is that I'm able to commentate on something that has been so special to so many wonderful people, and I got to share in that with you. I got to be a part of it, and that's what means so much to me, and probably more than words could ever say, because there are often times that I've been left at a loss for words. My breath has been truly taken away from how much of an impact and a forever imprint Descendants of Zombies has left on all of our hearts. And I've just felt so honored to be a part of that with all of you, because it's been a life-changing experience that I know that I will never, ever forget. So, if you would love to subscribe here to this YouTube channel, I would love for you to be a part of this YouTube channel and to come along with me on this incredible journey, because I promise you guys, I will never let you down and I will never go away. You guys will always have me, regardless of who comes in and out of these franchises, to bring this story to life and to tell it in ways that you have perhaps never heard it told before. And it's been a very powerful experience for me and a very life-changing thing that's kind of happened for me at random, because girls showed up at my door one year on Halloween dressed up as their favorite characters from the Descendants of Zombies, and after playing a game trying to figure out who they were, I discovered that this was what I was going to do for the rest of my life, because I love Descendants of Zombies just as much as all of you. From wherever you're watching this video this morning, or from wherever you hear my voice, just know that you will forever and always hold a very special place in my heart. And once again, thank you so much for having watched this video, and forever and always having a very special place in your heart for Descendants of Zombies. My name, of course, is Jonathan Clarke, and I have never felt more honored to go on to create so much relatable content for so many wonderful people. Thank you so much for loving Descendants of Zombies with all of your heart, and thank you so much for having watched this video.